Hello, YouTube family. Greg D, aka the DCUO Gingerbread Man, back here with another video. Today, I thought I would make a video with 5 things that I would like to see or that I'm going to predict possibly happen in the game by the end of 2025 into 2026. We kind of had a discussion like this in a live stream that we did, or that I did the other day. So I kind of wanted I wanted to kind of continue that discussion, see what you guys think. Uh, Let me know if I'm, on the right track. Am I just talking out of my butt? All of that fun things. Before we get into that, though, if you guys could do me a huge solid favor, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well if you're new to the channel. For all kinds of DCUO content, live streams, shorts, the whole shebang. We are trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So anything that you can do to help would be greatly, greatly appreciated. It only takes a few seconds, but goes a long way to help me out. So uh, consider helping your boy out. So a couple of things. Like I said, I'm gonna say 5, but some of these might be kind of intertwined um, with one another. So, first thing while we're up here is bring back Save the Universe mode, bring back Survival mode, um, because literally this has happened once. Save the Universe has happened once, and it hasn't happened again. And that was, I mean, I can't remember exactly, but I think we're talking 2 or 3 years at least since Save the Universe happened. So bring this back, bring back survival mode. I talked to a bunch of you guys who um, would love to see survival mode come back just for the challenge, for the feats, for the special rewards that we would get, especially now that they're doing so many of these event things, whether they're bigger, whether they last, 2 or 3 weeks, whether they last a month, whether they're just like a week type thing. I think you could bring back Save the Universe, make it an event. You could bring back survival mode, make it an event where it is again, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and then there is, much like the patrols, maybe there's some really good rewards at the end of it where if you hit a particular milestone, let's say, you know, maybe in survival mode, it's like, okay, after, if you make it past round 2, you get X award, reward. If you hit level 4, you get X better reward. If you hit level, 7, you hit better reward. If you hit level 10, you make it to the, let's say level 10 is the last level. Um, Make it that way so that you could get, tiering rewards. And I think that would be one, a good challenge. You could kind of see where your skills are at, see where your artifacts are at, see if you need to change something around, whether that be artifacts or loadout or power or whatever. But I think it would be a good thing. And like I said, with how they have the events set up, I don't think it would be that difficult to uh, bring it back. But, DC is kind of funny um, with that. So while we're here, my number 2 thing is I know that they want to make allies last longer when we spawn them out or call upon them or whatever. So we just got 5 artifacts, and we're going to talk about artifacts a little later. But I think now that they have 5 artifacts, I think they should. This is like a two-part thing. So I think what they're going to do, what I'd like, well, not what I think they're going to do, what I'd like for them to do is add more ally spots, whether that be 4, whether that be 5. Make it so that we could have 2 combat allies, 2 supports, or maybe we have 1 combat and 3. Maybe we have 2 combat, 3 supports. But the way that I just imagine this is, the combat ally always spawns on the right. Now imagine if you had 2 and you're in a raid and you've got your pets going and your trinket pets and you have both of your combat allies, on either side of you and you're like a fucking little army and I don't know. just think it would be cool. And I guess to go along with that is I would like to see more iconic DC characters as allies. We don't have a Joker. We don't have a Robin. We have like four different fucking Batman, of course. We have there's a lot of big name popular DC characters again that we don't have allies for. Joker, Robin, Nightwing, Supergirl, uh, Captain Atom. We don't have a Plastic Man. We don't have Sinestro. We don't have Circe. Those are mentors in the game. We don't have. I mean, you could get. I know some of you guys had said, we'd love to see like Alyssa Drack. Let's get a Guy Gardner. We don't even have Hal Jordan, who's one of the more popular Green Lantern characters. We don't have. You could get Catwoman, Nightwing. You could get Beast Boy. You could get um, Deathstroke. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of iconic characters that you could have as allies that they don't have yet, and I'm kind of surprised that they don't. Um, but I would like to say, with the addition of more allies, like I said, if they're up to 5 artifacts now, maybe we get 4, maybe we get 5. Hopefully, if they do allow us a slot or something like that, hopefully they would add in a bunch of um, different characters, new characters for allies, and make it even. Make someone so that it's they help controller role. Make something so that they help healer role or tank role, or not everything has to be a DPS thing. So there's that. Um, and I will say too, with the allies, you can maybe add this as a side note to this little section here, but I foresee them using at some point maybe ally Wolfpack tokens or something. They'll probably call it something different than that, but I could see them using that because if you buy, or let's say you max out one of your legendary allies, whether that be Batman Who Laughs or Constantine, there should be some way to, especially if you didn't buy it through the marketplace. That's the only way that you could share it, the allies right now. But if I just bought it from Cyborg with source marks and I maxed out Constantine and I wanted to share him with all of my other alternate tunes, there should be some sort of Wolfpack token, much like they have with the artifacts now, but there should be something there for that, um, if that makes sense. So the next thing we will discuss here is artifacts themselves. And I would like to see DC acknowledge more of the fact that there are. I know that they want to focus on the casual player and getting the casual player to kind of come in, but I would love DC to acknowledge more. Uh, how do I say this? The battle roles, for example, because I know, and I've talked to a lot of you who like to be battle tanks. You like to be battle trolls. You want me to be a battle healer, and I'm going to be working on that here at some point once I get more of these artifacts up. But I would like for DC to acknowledge that people do try to be a hybrid of a tank and a DPS, a healer and a DPS. And I would like for them to give us artifacts that kind of have that dual rule. Now, I will say, with this new one, obviously it's a controller and a damage, so I think they're on the right path with this, and I think that they're maybe working towards that, but I would like to see more of it, more hybrid artifacts, more, you can use it in DPS or controller role, or tank role or healer or whatever. But like I said, I think this is a good start. I feel like maybe they're heading down that path, but I would like to see more developed as we head further into 2025 into 2026. Uh, Another thing that, I mean, since people are calling it, we're never going to get it. I understand that. A new power would go nuts. Yes, it would be the flavor of the month. It is possible that maybe Once they finish off the story arc with the Light and Rain, our Lantern style, maybe they surprise us all and give us a Blue Lantern, Indigo Lantern, Violet Lantern power of some sort. But I mean, I don't have too much confidence in that. But in the case that they don't do that, I would love to continue seeing more of these new iconic powers, because these new iconic powers have been good. It's been a way to kind of change out your loadout, especially if you've been especially if you've been playing with a power for a while. Getting some new iconic powers and trying them out has helped. So I would like to see more of these pop up. Shadow Curse, Spore Pod. We've got the summer event coming up, so maybe there will be something that's water based, like a water based iconic power. So in lieu of giving us a brand new power with brand new loadout being flavor of the month, maybe they'll hopefully they'll continue to give us some of these iconic powers so that we can keep the variety up, because I think the variety is a good thing, and I think especially with having 5 artifacts, I think that is going to be a good way that you won't always see the same build, the same loadout. People are going to try different things. And the last thing that I will mention here, because I know I've been rambling for quite some time here, is I foresee them adding more artifact slots. So the way that I see it, and not that I'm complaining whatsoever about 5 artifacts, but I would love to see 6. That way you could have 3 DPS ones and 3 tank ones, 3 troll, 3 healer. You could go, full burn. You could go battle healer, battle tank, battle troll, and have, again, 3 DPS, 3 tanks, 3 troll, 3 healer ones. You could split them up. You could go 4 and 2. You could have 1 and 5. So I think, or at least I'd like to see again 6 artifact slots. I think we're going to get more ally slots. Bring back Save the Universe. Bring back survival mode. Maybe fix PvP. I know that would be huge for a lot of people. I'm not a PvPer personally. I've never really been good at it. It's not my thing. But I know a lot of you guys who love PvP, who have been, the outcry has been tremendous on, my streams and videos about bringing that kind of thing back. So, it is what it is, but there you go. So that's how I'm going to end this video. Let me know what you think DC is going to do, what you'd like to see them to do, by the end of 25, maybe heading into 2026. What are your predictions? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, see you soon.